What's up, you guys? This is a general collective reading for November 24th through the 30th of November. So we are closing out the month of November. This is a very interesting week. I don't know if you guys are aware, but we have 5 different planets in retrograde. So it's a lot of shit going on, you know? I don't think I'm supposed to be cussing on YouTube, 1s and 7s on the clock, but I just be cussing. So if that offends y'all, I'm sorry. Maybe one day I will focus on monetizing my page and minding my language. But for now, you just going to get all of me, all right? With that being said, if you are new here, if you hear me call out a number sequence, I want you to look that number up on a website called Joanne's Sacred Scribe. That number is going to correlate to either something I was saying, something you were thinking, doing, speaking, or something taking place in your environment at the time that the number message came out. Right now, y'all have the number 44. All right, this is an interesting week. It looks like many of you are caught between 2 timelines. So we talked about all year how we're going into a new timeline, and we have shifted into that new timeline. But with all of these retrogrades, there are things from the old timeline that may creep in this week. And the reason why is so that you can actually address them. There are behaviors and patterns that you might need to release and overcome to ensure that you get all the things that you're asking for in this new timeline, 1s and 2s on the clock. So if you are starting off this week feeling like you're hitting bumps as you go through the first several days of the week, you're being asked to kind of look back on how it is that you showed up before and what options you have available to you. It gives the vibe of something didn't work out exactly how you wanted it, or is not going exactly how you hoped that it would. But if you change your perspective, you're going to see that you do have tools and resources available to you. If you are a person who is struggling with staying in a higher vibration or seeing things from a better perspective, or you're a person who deals with seasonal affective disorder, I would highly recommend getting the Rewire. It is a self-implemented virtual intensive. It is 21 days. You download the PDF that comes along with it as your guide, and then you get alerts every single day on the assignments to do and reminders to do the work. It is a great way to close out the year and prepare yourself for next year. So if you fit that description, this is something that you should look into, because it's going to help you with your brain synopsis. This is literally created to help you rewire your thinking, all right? I don't want to get too salesy on y'all, but it looks like somebody actually needs that. And so if you are that somebody, go to my website, oracleoya.com, and you can download that document. Now, as you continue to journey through the week, if you are a person who is going to decide to pick your head up and go actually fix things for yourself, you're going to find that it's going to turn things around very quickly. You're going to come out of feelings of conflict, internal conflict, or conflict with other people. Any kind of conflict that has been like dragged out or slow rolling, anything you felt like has been stuck or stagnant, is about to switch in sometime in the middle of the week. As that switch happens, it is important for you to ensure that you are focused forward on the things that you actually want to take place, and not the remnants of all the things from the old cycle that could still be lingering, all right? There is a harsh truth that you need to face about how you see things and how you deal with things so that you can actually get what you want. And I say that because you have the Ace of Swords card here, and this is a sort of truth, clarity, a reality hitting you, 3, 4, 5 on the clock. But beneath that is conflict, slow rolling, stagnation with whatever comes as a shock, right? But above that is a manifestation, something that your heart actually wants, and things turning in your favor. And it really is a matter of which one are you going to choose. Do you want to go back into the old timeline? If you don't want to go back into the old timeline, you're going to have to get out of your head and make different decisions. You need to be thinking like the new you. You need to be moving like the new you and not like the old you. It's very easy to revert back to the things that we used to do when we're put in situations like we were in the past, 424 on the clock. But it is vital for your success that you are able to start addressing things like the new you and not the old you. If you are a person who has been out of balance with the way that they care for themselves, this is the week that you need to start implementing some more self-care so that you can again go into this new timeline, into this new cycle, 445 on the clock. Simple ways that you can go about doing that is by praying. I know a lot of people in the spiritual community talk shit about prayer. I think that's ridiculous. Our words are very powerful, And if you understand that, the power of your tongue, then you know that praying is your ability to set things in the direction that you want them to be. Sometimes we get into a state of prayer where we're begging for things instead of being in a state of prayer where we are grateful for the things that we have. If you're not a praying type of person, 516 on the clock, then I suggest you implement gratitude letters. This is a format that I've used for over a decade, and I show you exactly how to do it in the Rewire. It works out perfectly for me. It's something that other people have used and benefited from, but you have to get yourself into the right frequency so that the opportunities that are coming to you, you're able to take them. If you are worried about what you don't have, what you're not doing, where you're you're not going to be able to take advantage of all the things that you could actually be benefiting from right now. And I'm not trying to come down on y'all. This is just the energy that we're collectively under right now, where we get to choose who we want to be in this new timeline and how we plan to show up. And I promise you, if you're dealing with this, whatever this is right now for you in these first few days of the week, and honestly, it looks like a hangover from last week taking place at the beginning of this week. But if you're dealing with that from your old timeline perspective, you're going to go back into that old timeline, and you might create problems for yourself that you don't necessarily need. So while things may seem tempting, you may want to cut corners, you may want to force a situation or a resolution. You are being asked to step into your center, to go back into your self-love space, to start remembering your why and move from your heart. That way you can kind of close out anything that is going to trip you up as you move forward. There's a lot of low vibrational energy here, but it's all like the backstory energy. It's not the actual energy at the forefront of what's here for you. And I say that because it's not like you have the Five of Pentacles here. That's the person that feels like, woe is me, I don't have everything, da 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 da. You have the Five of Cup here, which is also the same energy, like sadness, feeling left out. But the Five of Cups is actually wasting away the things that are there for them. The Five of Pentacles just don't even realize it. So we're talking about finances and emotions, where this could be your economic pillar, or this could be your economic pillar and your mental pillar. So how are you viewing the things in your life? Are you viewing them from the higher perspective, or are you stuck in a pattern that you need to break? Only you can answer that question. From the cards, it looks like you're teetering between the two, and you have a choice to make. So the question is, what are you going to choose for yourself?